Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. Some people say they don't like Mondays, but it's not any old Monday because it's Bank Holiday Monday. I know, we are having a Bank Holiday Bonanza here on Crafters TV. Monday Makers is kind of that show where we really inspire you. Maybe the demos are a little bit more in depth. Everyone's, of course, going to be inspired and educated and have something to learn, though. It is going to be an absolutely incredible, action-packed couple of hours for many reasons. One of them being that it's the return of the Hottie Scotties back in the studio. How are you, Craig?
Hey Joe, I'm doing good, thank you very much. An absolute great day so far, kicking off with Wake Up Call earlier on, and I get to be here for Monday Makers. As Joe says, you know, some people don't like Mondays, but I certainly do, just like Joe. Let's have a look and see what we're going to be having a look at throughout the show on Monday Makers. Now, with love, lovely looking card, but let's go, ta-da! Look at that, with love. So if I go to this side, you can see you've got your pop-out mechanism. So I'm only going to show you a couple. So we've got a love heart. Here's another one. Oh, it also says, with love. We do have a selection of different sentiments. You'll see them coming up throughout the show. However, we have got our inverted nesting dies as well. So maybe it's a nice little circle card blank that you want to make. You can be doing that. Or maybe you want to frame your projects that you can see here. Creating your own aperture if you want. Lots of different designs as well that Joe will be going over just shortly and that we will be demoing. But then what about a little bit of a twist and pop on a Monday night? We can be doing that, so we can do another lovely front of the card here, but it's if we open it up and we've got our twist and pop, our balloon. So let's go the right way. We open them up. Now look at that. How fun is that? So that is the balloons. However, you might want to use them with some of your other frame dies that you've got at home. This one being Sharon Callis. Again, lovely looking front of the card, but you open it up, you've got the twist and you've got the pop within the middle there. So there's lots of different ways that you can start to use them, create them in different colorways as well. Lots of fun ways. These are just a smidge as to what we're going to be showing you and demoing throughout the next couple of hours.
It's going to be an awesome couple of hours because you guys can get involved as well. If you want to get social with us, then absolutely you can. And you can do that by, of course, getting in touch over on Facebook, Crafters TV there, comment away in the live. Or if you are over on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe when you are checking us out at Crafters Companion. Loads of you saying hello, but let's get right in. Let's introduce you to what we're going to be focusing on first. Craig giving you a little bit of a sneaky peek of them just there. It is our pop-out sentiments. Now, these are awesome because they make the inside of your card look as fantastic as the outside. And there's a lot of great concepts you can do with these. So you can see here, these are the sentiments that you're going to get. You're going to receive just for you. We've also got in here, happy birthday, which is brilliant. You're going to receive best wishes. These are all really versatile, usable sentiments, which I think is awesome. This one here is many thanks. And you're also going to receive with love too. $51.96 or $59.80. Don't forget, you can get 10% off of absolutely everything in show and also across on the entire website with the Ease Your Way into May promotion. Spend £30 or $30 or more and you will get that extra 10% off. It all happens at the checkout, but it's only up until midnight tonight wherever you shop. So ordinarily, these would be $41.57 or $47.84 as a platinum member. However, today, as a platinum member today, this would be $41.57 or $47.84. As a platinum member today with the extra 10% off, £37.41 or $43.06, which is absolutely awesome. Craig, I know these are really impactful. I think you would look at them maybe and presume that they're going to be difficult to put together. Is that the case?
Not at all, not at all. What you will do is just need a little bit of patience. Don't rush it. It's all about flexing the cardstock so that you can start to get that pop-out mechanism. So what we're going to do to start, we'll make a relatively simple card to show off how these are actually going to work. So I've created my own card blank just using a piece of our white smooth card stock. So just to let you know, my card blank is 6x4. So if you want to know that full size, it was 6 inches by 8 inches, and then I've scored along the middle to create my nice little card blank. Then what I've also done is I've brought in a piece of patterned paper here. So for this one, I have cut to 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. And then what I've also done as well, right along the center, instead of scoring it with your score tool, all that I've done is I've come along with a pencil and I've put a little pencil line to the left-hand side and also to the right-hand side. So it makes it a bit harder for you to see because of the decoration of the paper. But we've got our two little pencil lines at each side. Then what we can do is we can bring in the die. So I'm going to use the With Love. And as Joe says, you know, you could be watching on either our website, of course, Facebook or YouTube, but you can go back and watch the shows and see how we've done these. But also you do get a little step-by-step guide to get you started as well. So if you just can't wait to get onto YouTube and go to the fast forward bit, you're able to use that little step-by-step sheet that comes included. And then what we're going to do with this one, if I turn it around so you'll maybe be seeing it a bit better, can you see at the left and the right hand side where my fingers are? See how there's two little notches? It's like two little beaks, tiny little beaks at each side here. That is then where we're going to line up against our pencil line. So let's bring this back in. So I'm going to bring in, make sure I'm the right way up. I'm going to bring this into play here, and then along the pencil line where my fingers are, I'm just matching that up to the little nicks in these little dies here. Then we can come along and I'm going to use my low tack tape and we're going to secure it into place. Once I'm happy, I'm going to put a little bit just to each side here. And then what we can do is I'm going to bring in my plates. I'm going to pop it into here. I've got my Gemini Junior. This one, as you can see, size-wise, is going to work absolutely perfectly with the Gemini Junior. But you can be doing these in different size cards. Now, obviously, the pop-out sentiment stays the same size. However, you know, you could pop them into an 8x8 card if you want, maybe 6x6 if you want, you know, maybe a different shape. So that is lets you know that it's going to work with your Gemini Junior, but also your MIDI as well. So what I'm going to do is let's carefully just peel these bits off here. Now what this does is not only does it give you the cut lines, what it does is it gives you all of the score lines as well. So it's maybe going to be a bit easier to show you on the reverse. There we go. Can we see where my fingers are running? We've got little score lines that are into play here. So what we're going to start to do is this is the point where we're going to just take our time and we're going to start to manipulate these little bits. And what I'm also going to do is let's bring in our score master. And what I'm doing now is where I've got those little pencil lines, I'm going to score just from the edge of the cardstock up to this first cut line. And then I'm going to do the same down here. If I had, Joe, if I had put a score line all the way across beforehand, I would now be left with a score line all the way through that I don't want. So that's why I've put that pencil line in first, so it just means that it's going to be nice, crisp and clean all the way across. And then this is now where we'll go into the manipulating of our cardstock. So all that I do beforehand is lightly just start to roll it around my hands and in my fingers, and then we're going to start to fold over. So you can start by folding these two side bits in, because this is the two corners or the two folds that are going to meet up against your card blank. And
what sort of weight cardstock do you recommend for these, Craig?
Well, you know, you could be using up to, you know, like your 300, 320. What I would say is things like your pattern papers or around about your 180, because you can see there's a little bit more flexibility in these than maybe like a 230. So that would make it slightly easier for you. However, that's not to say that you cannot use a thicker cardstock. You absolutely can. You just need to work out or think about how it's going to start to fold and manipulate into place.
So would you just run it through with a lighter weight? Just practice the technique first. Maybe if you weren't that confident and you got them home, and then you could, you know, is it one of those things, once you've done it once, you kind of got the knack almost?
Spot on, absolutely. It's exactly what I would do, Joe, when it comes to these ones. Starting off first hand, get some inexpensive copier paper and then have a little bit of a play so that you can familiar yourself with the way that these all then fold together. And then once you've done it once, maybe you want to do it a couple of times. All that you then need to do is give it a good shot a couple of times, get familiar with it, and then you'll be good to go.
Awesome. Loads of people tuning in from all over today. Georgianne saying hi in Clearwater. Suzette in PEI, Prince Elizabeth Island. I finally remembered it, Suzette. Elizabeth is in from Texas. Patty's in Michigan. Evelyn's in Colorado. Susie is in New Orleans as well. And Rosalind is back for more crafty fun in Maryland. Which is awesome. We're a very cosmopolitan bunch, aren't we, Craig?
Aren't we?
Thran says, it's good to have you back, Craig. Did you enjoy your holiday?
I had an absolute blast. I really did. Was able to catch up with my family and friends this time round. Obviously, we're still doing it safely, walks along the beach, but it was so nice to actually be able to spend time with them. Best friends, as many of you already know, that my best friend is, she's having a little baby in June time. So it was nice to actually see her while she's pregnant.
Nice.
Because the last time I seen her...
Was she radiant, Craig?
She had a little bump on her.
Just a little bump,
Little bump on her. Nothing big, but it's her first one, and it's a little girl. So apparently, so they say, it's a little girl being your first one, you can have a small bump.
Right.
So, who knows?
Were you a big baby, Craig?
I don't know, actually. I don't know how much...
Maybe we could find out somehow.
Maybe we could. Maybe, gosh, maybe if only there was someone maybe going to be jotting about the studios, maybe jotting about on air tomorrow, maybe. Maybe. Need to see if there's anyone about that'll do that.
Let's have a look, see what you can do for the morning.
I will do that. But here we are. What I'm doing now, Joe, is, can you see, now that I've started to manipulate these ones into place, can we see how we've got this pop-up mechanism now working? So I'm going to carefully go along and I'm going to burnish these little bits into place. Now I'm saying burnish, I'm using my fingers for this one. But if I pull that one up and then I'm going to come face on, you'll be able to see.
Nice.
We've got that pop-up look. You can see it here. I'm also going to fold it flat at this point.
I like that it's like tiered, isn't it? Which is awesome.
It is. It makes it really, really fun for you to then get creative in different ways. And what I mean by different ways is, let's take a little bit of Centura Pearl and I'm going to bring in this die back into place. And I'm not going to be measuring it up or laying it against anything. I'm putting it onto a bit of our blue Centura Pearl. And I'm going to pop it onto my plates and I'm going to run this one through, because then what we can do in a moment is we can come along with our... Oh, bit the side of my tongue there.
Oh no! Oh
bit the side of my tongue.
Oh no!
We can come along. Oh, gives you a real jump when you do that, doesn't it?
Oh, it's the worst, isn't it, Craig?
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you're like eating a bag of chips or something like that and you catch it. Oof.
Oh, and then you've got vinegar on it and then it starts to sting.
Oof. Not nice.
Pain. This is what I'm going to do now. I've already done this bit, so I'm not going to spend ages doing it. But I'm going to then chop out all of these little individual letters. So let's do the E here. So I'm following the little score lines. So if I do that, so there we go, we've got the E, and then actually let's do the V just so it can show you snipping out, following the little score lines that are already there, and then you would carry on and do the same with and the L and the O. And I've also done the two little side panels, which give me this one. And this is just, now I do still have some of my Xyron left over, but this could be, your dotty tape runner, maybe your sprays if you want. So before I assemble this into my card blank, I'm going to pop these ones straight over the top. So we can come along and we're just placing them over the top. And this is really going to make them stand out.
Awesome. A lot of people loving these. Astrid saying these pop-out cards are brilliant. Just imagine someone receiving it and then you say you made it. Yeah, absolutely. You don't have to tell them that you got a die as well. Do you do this, Craig? I'm the worst at doing this. When people go, oh, or you make dinner for someone, and before you pop it down, you point out all the things that went wrong with it before, or you give someone this card, and they go, oh my gosh, that's amazing. You go, oh yeah, well it was a die, I didn't do it. I just did it for it. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Just say yes. I'm very skilled. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate my work and my art form. I'm moving on. Thank you. That's what you should do.
Yeah, too right. I have been known to, give a handmade card and they've said, oh my gosh, how did you make that? And, you know, I maybe didn't give away the fact it was a die that done it.
Yeah.
I was just, you know, I just lapped up the compliments of how talented I was and how
Well, you
amazing
are
it
very
was,
talented,
and-
so you should, therefore,
But then
Craig.
it's our dies that do it, you know. And Georgina's actually just said there, you wouldn't get away with it with a fellow crafter. No, you wouldn't. But do you know what? That's why, if you can get away with it with your friends and family, then do it. Go for it. No one else is going to know. But here we go. So if I just start to pull these forward again, I'm going to come round to show you that this now even makes that stand out even more. We've got that with love. You might want to do a different colour if you want. Then we're going to finish it off. So let's bring in our top layer here. And I'm going to use my tape runner. So what I'm going to do is go round the edges, and I'm also going to go round the words at the top and the bottom. It's key not to put any adhesive around here, because what that's going to do is that's going to stick the sentiment down, and you don't want that, because you want to be able to see.
You don't want your with love to be sticky.
You don't, not at all. You want it to pop out nicely for the world to see. But here you are. What about you? Have you got much planned for your next few days off?
Well, Craig, I know that we were talking about it before the show, weren't we? The weather is atrocious. I'm meant to be going out for dinner. Oh, well, I am going out for dinner on Wednesday night. I will be braving the elements. I've got a big pink fluffy Care Bear style jumper that I should wear. I should take an umbrella out with me. You know, I will just make it work. But no, a nice relaxing few days off, Craig, I think. Yeah, just a nice chill.
Good.
4 days off. I was going to take my bike home and go on a bike ride because my bike's still up here. Hasn't been ridden for some months. The bike, you know, it's been a while when both tyres are completely flat, Craig.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, so I was going to put it in my car and take it home today so I could do some bike rides, and then I realised my car was already full of stuff that I was meant to take out of it the other day. So next week maybe, I don't know, some walks, you know, all the usual things that one does on their days off, I guess.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Just enjoy a bit of time off. That's the main thing. And then you can look forward to having a play on the bike when you get round to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, next week I'll take it home. I need to start training. Okay, I've got this marathon coming up, which I still haven't started training for.
Have you not?
I know. Ooh. That's awesome.
Really simple here. Simple decorated front of the card. You can, you know, decorate a wee bit more if you want. But if we go in and look, it does fold relatively flat. It is still going to fit into a normal envelope. But when you open up,
boom,
you've got the pop-up of the with love that you can see here. And then you can still, of course, maybe add an insert or that on the back and be able to write your message if you so wish to. But there we've got a really nice with love pop-out blue style card using the sentiment dies.
Absolutely awesome. I love it, Craig. Lots of you are loving it as well. Pop Art's one of my favourites, says Melody. Linda says she loves the blue letters that she's got on here. So let me run you back through exactly what you are getting included in this collection. So you are going to receive, just for you, really nice usable sentiments on all these, really good depth and dimension to them as well. You're also going to receive Happy Birthday, one of the most used sentiments that we have. Oh, I nearly knocked it all over there. Oh, I did. There we go. This one here is Best Wishes that you can see. And then we also have Many Thanks. Again, I love the way that they're tiered and they're at different depths. It really does give them, they're like a wedding cake almost. This one here has got that with love in there too, which is brilliant. I think they look awesome, just cut out the black and white. So imagine what it's like when you start to play around with your different concepts. Don't forget that, of course, you can use your Club Inspired discount on these as well. So $41.57 today, or $47.84 is what they should be. But remember, everyone's getting an extra 10%. So Platinum members, $37.41 or $43.06. That means that this will be the best ever price on those, because generally don't offer that extra 10% bonus. It's just a little thank you, a little bank holiday bonus for you with your ease your way into May. You can use it across everything in the show and everything on the website. So anything you've been thinking about stocking up on for a while, now's a great time to do it whilst you've got that little extra bonus. I want to just have a little look to some stuff that you're going to see coming up a little bit later in the show. These are the inverted nesting dies. Now these are brilliant because with in nesting dies, normally The detailing would go on the outer edge. Here, it goes on the inner edge. And what that means is it gives them a different look and feel. There's a lot of different techniques that you can do with those, and we'll be seeing those with Craig a little bit later in the show. We've also got the Card and Celebration paper pad collection. It's definitely more than 12 sheets. It's 120 sheets here, $39.98 or $49.90. You've got 2 card pads and also a paper pad in there. Now, we also have for you on the we also have the Get It, Got It Good deal available for you. Remember, it launches every single Monday. This is it this week. So it is the large binder for you. And what you're going to get is you're going to get 3 of the magnetic sheets in there and also 3 of the acrylic panels too. $24.98, $31.94. We've also slapped a very generous 50 bonus points on that. Now, if you come back and get the Get It, Got It Good later in the week, you'll pay more because you can get an extra £2.49 or $3.19 off of that because you're going to get that extra 10%, which I think is very, very generous. Anne-Marie says, guilty. My friends all rave about cards, but then I have to say it wasn't me, it was a die. Anyone can do it if you have the tools. Anne-Marie, don't tell them that. Sue says, even if you use the die, you still have to choose your papers and layouts, so you have designed it. Sue, I make you right. Pamela says, what a lovely card. Also, Shkaya says, beautiful card there. Craig, right. We're going to go to the Twist and Pop, which you shouldn't confuse with the Bend and Snap or the Shake and Vac. No. They are both 2 very, very different things.
Or the Twist and Pop, the old drink, Twist and Pop.
Twist and Pop?
Do you not remember the little... Oh no, Twist and Squeeze.
Twist and Squeeze was a drink.
It was like a really thin plastic bottle and there was like a little applicator bit on the top and you used to twist it off. Oh. And then you used to descant the top and then, yeah, you would drink out.
Oh, I've not heard of those, Craig. Well, these are utterly more fabulous than all of those other things we just described because what these do is they give you the most awesome inside. We're very much about the inside of the cards this evening, aren't we, this Monday Makers? They are a kinetic element and they are fantastic. So you've got this one just here. I'm going to go through the different ones you've got. Look at how awesome this is. This is actually Craig's demo. I stole it from him just before the show. You're going to get the gifts in here. We're also going to give you the love hearts, which are awesome. I think they look incredible. And then what we've got is this one just here. This is your, let me just open this up. This are your frames. So these ones brilliant for maybe doing some scrapbooks, little mini scrapbooks. You want to put pictures in the middle of there, absolutely you can. This one here is your balloons. How fabulous do those look? There you've got your balloons. Then we also have this one, which are the square frames there for you as well. And finally, you've got this one here, which is the cupcakes. Who doesn't love a cupcake? Now, I can see lots of you've got very full baskets already. You really are shopping away. I'm going to give you a chance to get yourself checked out. I also want to remind you how you can watch and shop at the same time. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
No idea who that Hampton chap was. Anyway, oh, Astrid says you're so brave to do a marathon. Brave, Astrid, or stupid. There is a very, very fine line. Do you know why I did it? Do you know why I did it in the first place, Craig? I was having a little sort of third life crisis and I got to 29 and I thought when I got to 30 I was old. So therefore I did a marathon on my 30th birthday to prove to myself that, you know, I was in the best condition of my entire life. And now I'm 35 this year, so I'm going back to do the same marathon again. So I think this is just, and then I'm going to get to a day and I'm not going to be able to do it anymore. And then I will be old. That will be it. That's how it's going to go.
Can I give you a little tip?
Yeah.
Give you a little tip? Yeah, don't ever promise yourself things like that. I don't.
Promise yourself things.
Yeah, promise yourself you're going to do a marathon. I would never do that. See, now I don't have that pressure that you've got.
See, I'm very goals focused, Craig. If I don't, you know.
Oh, so am I.
Yeah, but if I'm not goals focused, I have to put it out there into public realm and tell everyone it's going to happen. Otherwise, I won't do it. I'm too lazy otherwise. So,
yeah.
it's do I want to the pain of the marathon or the embarrassment of not doing it? There you are, bullying myself into it. Anyway, enough about me, more about you, Craig.
I want to know more about you, Joe. Do you want to know more about you? No, let's have a look, and we're going to, later on, we're going to do a full-on step-by-step demo with the twist and pop, but let's show you kind of the construction as to how to make one. Now, instead of doing black and white, which always shows them off well, we're going to go in a bit of pastel colours, a few different colours, so it's still going to bring each step a little bit clearer. So what I've already done is I've created a 6x6 card blank here. This could be any size card blank, doesn't need to be 6x6. It just so happens I've made mine 6x6. And these are all using the pastel tones of the 12x12 that we've got coming up on the show as well. And then what I've got is a bit of lilac and a bit of yellow. And I'm going to use the cupcakes to show you. So I think let's do the background in yellow and let's do the top bit in the lilac. And then I'm going to bring in my large Gemini plates. I'm going to do one at a time. If I trim down my cardstock, they would both fit, but I'm not. I'm going to go in straight with my big plates. And you'll have noticed that I've switched over to my large Gemini for this one because, well, the thing is these are going to go straight onto your large Gemini. They will go on your Gemini Junior. What you would have to do is cut one half first, turn your plates around, fudge your cardstock and die up slightly, and then run it through again. And that's going to cut out the full lot. But, you know, we've said time and time again, and I don't need to go over it at this moment in time, how much I love my Junior. But for me, I would rather just have my Junior set up at the side, and for all the seconds it takes just to bring out my large Gemini when needed, that's exactly what I do. And that's what I do at home. As you guys know, I have my MIDI on my left-hand side, I have my Junior on the right-hand side, and they're always plugged in. Well, not that you need your MIDI plugged in. And my large Gemini's just off to the shelf, and whenever I do need it, then I just bring it in.
You are looking like an athlete today, Craig, because you've got that little plaster on your finger, and it reminds me of, you know, like footballers and pro athletes, they put like tape over their wedding ring, don't they, to keep it on?
That's right.
That's all I can think. I think you're just off to playing some sort of Premier League football match or something after this. That's what I'm thinking today.
Or you could, I'm not ready to do it right now because I'll think of the hair, but the wrestlers do it with the tape. And then they start to go around the wrist, you know, just to flex the wrist.
Just for a bit of extra protection.
It's usually black. It's usually black. It's the sort of thing Stone Cold Steve Austin would do in the past, but yes. Just a slight boo-boo that I'd done the other day, and it's just not quite healing yet. Well, it was healing. I knocked it home yesterday, and it started again. Typical, eh?
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
No.
I know. Oh, whenever I hear that, I think of you now as well.
I can't stop doing it, Craig.
I can't. It's it's addictive. It's catchy to hear it and watch it. But here we are. So what we've done is we've done our outline within the yellow cardstock, and then we've also done our cupcakes in with the detail die. Now at this point, if you do it into white card, smooth card, Nina, you could watercolour it, you could colour it with your alcohol inks, paper pieces, lots of different ways in which you can do this. However, what I am going to do is we're going to assemble it this way so that you can see the easiest way of doing it. And what I also need to do is I need to bring in the mechanism. So for this one, let's do this in white, and then it'll be also easier with doing these in all different colours when it comes to assemble the inside and how easy it is. I say easy. Sorry, Joe.
What I'd like to know, Craig, is I see you're using the cupcake one there. People at home, what is your favourite cupcake flavour? If you had to narrow it down to just one, what would yours be, Craig?
Vanilla.
Just vanilla?
Yeah.
Like with a vanilla cream frosting?
It's like my favourite cake ever is, well, I do love lemon meringue, anything lemon, but my favourite cake is a birthday cake.
Oh, like
with sponge, with jam and
buttercream, nice.
Royal icing on the outside.
Delicious.
That's my favourite, so that's my favourite cupcake as well.
Let me know in the comments what your cupcake of choice would be.
My favourite one. I have been known in the past, Joe, to do some food shopping and maybe treat myself to a birthday cake. Not being my actual birthday, I'm not that sad. But I have just, for the munchies of a Friday night over the weekend.
Such a great idea.
Just eat
You know, I
cake.
got that lovely unicorn cake, didn't I, for 1 year on air here at Crafters TV, Craig?
That's right.
And I wasn't eating carbs at the time, so I couldn't eat it. Only 2 people had a slice out of it, so I've cling wrapped it, I've put cling film around it, and I took it home. It's in the freezer.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Every time someone goes in my freezer for ice, there's a unicorn in there. They're like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I'm
Good
going to
for
enjoy
you.
that at some point.
Good for you. Do love a bit of birthday cake. I like a lot of sponge cake. I'm not keen. Well, it's not that I'm not keen. I don't like marzipan.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I'm not that bothered about marzipan. I can take it or leave it. I think mine would be a. It's a big decision.
it
Isn't
is. There's a lot out there, and we seem to be in the era of cupcakes. There's a lot of online cupcake shops.
I think it would. I'm with Merlin. I think it would be a red velvet. Do you like a red velvet cupcake?
Do you ever watch, or have you ever watched? I love it that much. I've forgotten. Cake Boss.
Oh yes.
So have I, Georgina, been to his
I've been
bakery
to.
in
I'm
New
not. I'm
York.
not the. Oh gosh, come on, Joe. You're a presenter. Get your words out. I've been to not the original bakery, which is in New Jersey. I think.
I've
isn't
not
it?
been to that
I haven't been
one.
to that one. I've been to the Cake Boss Cafe on Times Square
where I
in New
was.
York.
Yeah.
And I had a baked cheesecake, and oh my, it blew my tiny mind, Craig. It really did.
I know. It was absolutely heaving when we were there. Absolutely heaving. Well, every day we passed her that, it was heaving. Really busy. But I do like a bit of Cake Boss. It's amazing just to watch and see what he creates, isn't it?
It is awesome.
Here we go now. So what I've done with this bit is you've got your score line right down the middle, and you've got a little bit of an X in the middle as well. So if I tilt that, so we can hopefully see. So you can see it kind of working there. So all that I've done is I have folded and burnished all the way round to make it all very flexible.
Nice.
The more flexible you make it, the more ease that it's going to pop out. What I've also done just now is I have folded in my little cupcakes. This isn't essential at this point, because what I really should do first of all is using my dotty tape runner. I would use maybe my tacky glue for this bit, but let's go over with our dotty tape runner. And then once I've showed you this, I'm not going to waste it. I'll take it away with me, and I can be using this another
Sarah's
time.
pulling silly faces. She's blowing raspberries on the windows to try and put us off. What's she like?
Oh, now we know how our kids take it after.
Yeah. I was telling the story earlier about how Charlie tricked you into playing hide and seek earlier. Honestly, if you didn't
You
hear
were
the
in
earlier show,
hysterics.
I thought it was great. Charlie's only 4, bear in mind. So he comes up to Craig and goes to Craig, "Can you count?" Craig starts counting like out of sync, because that's what you do. Just be like, and he was like, "No, count properly, Craig." He was like, "Okay, 1, 2." He's like, "All right, brilliant. Also, close your eyes, count to 20," and then ran away.
Ran
and
off
like,
and went-
basically tricked him into hide and seek. I mean, it was ingenious, wasn't it?
You give him his due. That was really, really good. I fell for that. Didn't expect that,
Yeah.
but I fell for that one. He went away, he got his brother, and they were playing hide and seek. That was me doing the seeking. Won't fall for that one again.
No. Charlie and Oliver were in earlier today, Sarah's boys, and it was so much fun.
It was so much fun, wasn't it? Some of you might have actually heard them.
Oh,
as
I think
well.
people did. If you watched the wake up call, yeah, you could hear them. That was me and Charlie playing hide and seek. It was.
Here we go. So taking our mechanism now, what I'm going to do is we're going to fold this left-hand side in, and we're going to do the same with the right-hand side. So we get kind of like 2 little legs that you can see here. So it works exactly the same. So it could do a few, and it could be the can, you know. Woo. But that's not what it's for. So we're going to come back in now. Now what we're going to do with this bit is this is where we want to pop one end over the top and the other end just underneath. So it's going to look like this one. And then what I'm also going to do is if I then come along, and then I'm going to hold it just for the moment with my fingers, so we can kind of see how it'll start to work. So as it pops out, so Craig, do it the right way. So it comes in that way, and then that way. And then it's the way that it works out, it starts to pop out. So let's attach this now.
We've had some very interesting flavours coming in, Craig. My favourite / maybe the oddest is a maple bacon cupcake that Laura Simmons ate in Vegas. Delicious.
That sounds like a good one.
Maple bacon as a cake. I bet it's good though, Craig. I bet it's like sweet and salty and all the things.
Yeah, well, funny enough, when that time I did go to New York, every morning I had pancakes with banana, bacon and maple syrup.
I, for some reason, had the exact same thing every morning, which was a muffin with bacon in it and some other stuff and eggs from a deli across the road and a coffee. I don't know why. I just felt it was the most New York thing I could do, was go to a deli every morning, get some breakfast in a little brown paper bag and take it back up to my hotel. Loved it.
I did as well when I was there. It was a blast. So here we are. So this is where I've assembled, and using my tape runner. I would use a tacky glue, but for time and speed, using our tape runner. So I've popped one side with my adhesive here, and then turning it over, and what I've done is I've popped the other side here. And then with this point, you can come along, let's pop it so the cupcakes are the right way up. If you want to do a little kind of like pencil dot or that, so it's bang on halfway, then you can do. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to press that in here, going to fold that one over, and let's give that a little bit of a rub, just so that adhesive sticks. And then what you'll see, he says, this is why it's key, is my hot glue gone on. No, it's not.
So at home you'd use the wet glue here, you're saying?
This is where I would use a wet glue, so it dries into the fibres of the cardstock. You see, it's with the tape runner. You really do need the glue. So what we can do, why
don't you glue it, Craig?
Yeah.
I'll recap it and then we'll cut. Will that be enough time?
That sounds perfect. All that I'm doing, just so that you know, instead of putting our dotty tape runner, I'm going in with our tacky glue. So I'll do it on this side, and then what I'll also do is I'll do it on the other side, and then when you come back to me shortly, we'll be good to go.
All right, sounds good. Let me recap exactly what you are getting in here then. So you are going to get those gorgeous cupcakes that you've just seen there. Love and hugs. Oh, I love those sentiments. I love what they've done there with the balloon sentiments. This one here that you've got, this is your balloons, which I think are fantastic. Great for all those parties we'll no doubt be having soon, Craig. Then we've got the books, I believe this one is called as well, which is awesome. Those frames there. This one is your hearts, which is fantastic. I just really think it's an awesome. Imagine opening that. You're never going to expect that to be inside, are they? I know that we've decorated these samples as well as though everything's on the inside, if that makes sense. But you could do a card in a regular way and then just add a twist and pop, I'm guessing, Craig, you know, just to zhuzh up the inside a little bit if you want to.
Of course you can.
This one here is awesome as well. This is the one that Craig is doing for us. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? And we then have this one here as well, which is like a little sort of dainty mirrors almost, which is brilliant. They're the 6 that you get included. You're also getting your worker element, the mechanism within there too. Also, with those ones, $64.80 or $75.60, you can pick them up for as a platinum member with the extra discount. Remember, spending over £30 or dollars on our website for the rest of today, you are going to get an extra 10% off. It is your ease your way into May promotion, which is awesome. How are you getting on over there, Craig?
I believe you're good to go to show you this one now. So I've used my tacky glue, Collall tacky glue. So then what we can do is we're going to open up our card. You know, you could decorate it whichever way that Joe showed you, but you open it up and it pops out. So let's show you it that way. So if you've decorated it for the top fold here, open it up and you've got your pop-up mechanism. So actually, it was actually a good way of showing you with the 4 different colorways to show you each different aspect. But how much fun is that?
Love those, Craig. Lots of love for them as well in the comments. Carol Coe says these are fun, such fun, but also impressive. Dieta says, I love how easy it is to create a really cute card with these, and I love the size of them and the wow factor, says Mary. Right, the votes are in for cupcakes, Craig.
Okay.
Joanne, chocolate. Merlin, red velvet. Dieta, I'm living for this one, Dieta. Carrot cake with a cream cheese frosting. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rhonda says chocolate, coffee and caramel. Now, Rhonda, I could do chocolate and caramel or coffee and caramel. Not sure I could do chocolate, coffee and caramel. No, sorry, that was Rhonda that said that. We've got a Rhonda and a Wanda next to each other in the comments. I know. Rhonda says chocolate, coffee, caramel. Wanda says German chocolate cupcake. Now, what makes a German chocolate cupcake? Not just a chocolate cupcake, Wanda. That's what I'd like to know. Yellow cake with chocolate frosting is yummy, says Terry. Carlene says, my cousin makes the most delicious pina colada cupcakes. Oh, yes, please. And Laura talking about those maple bacon ones. Yum. And Ebony just says, when I put the mechanism behind the cupcakes, it is visible on the right-hand side. What am I doing wrong, Craig? Does that make sense?
Say that again, Joe.
When I put the mechanism behind the cupcakes, it is visible on the right-hand side. What am I doing wrong? Is it maybe just the way that you pop the legs in? You do yours that one way and you could do it the other way?
Potentially.
Okay.
If you could send a picture in.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Ebony, send us a picture. Studio at craftscompanion.co.uk and we'll show it to Craig, see if we can get any answers for you. Demystify it for you. Shall we share some pictures that have come in, Craig? Do you want to see some pictures? All right, let's have a look at some. Hilda has sent this one in to us. I'm loving that, Craig.
Wow.
That is
That
awesome.
is phenomenal.
And are they edgeables that are on there as well?
It's like our elegant edgeables there and a nice mixture of...
Beautiful.
That's great. Look at that background.
So cool. She's also sent another one in to us as well, which is this one just here, which is equally awesome.
That is so cool.
Really
so it's like a
cool.
big collage effect, isn't it?
Yeah, loving those papers she's used there as well. Jenny's been busy too. She's got the navy and blush paper pad out. Love that. That's the inverted nesting dies there she's used, I'm guessing.
It is, yeah. If you want to know more about them, don't go far.
Oh,
Coming up
do
next,
not.
Just saying.
Suzanne has also had her inverted nesting dies out as well.
Look at that. Look at the flamingo with the hat on.
Flamingo. Oh, Anna. Anna's, she's not only used the pop-out words, she's also teamed it up in like some sort of double stepper, Craig. Let's have a look at the next one. Some double stepper with the 70 as well. There we are. That is incredible.
Fab. That's... I know it's kind of like, you know, your TV show, like an audience with, and then you just see them coming down the stairs.
Yeah.
You know, you're just waiting on Jane McDonald just belting out a big song.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Cher or Celine or Mariah Carey.
Absolutely. And also, I think it's Anna, not Anna, sorry, Anna Marie Dorr. She also sent this one into us too. This is very La La Land, this one, isn't it? Have you seen that film, Craig?
I've not, no.
Oh, I think you'd like it.
Do you
I think you should
so?
watch it. It's very La La Land. Or is it a little bit... I'm not sure. Or is it a little bit The Sound of Music? I can't work it out. It's one of the two, isn't it?
I've not even seen that.
Yeah, hang on. Stop the show. Stop the show. We've all got to get off. You haven't seen The Sound of Music?
No.
Oh, it's
never seen it.
legendary.
I've-
Legendary. There's a lot of films I haven't seen, so I really shouldn't judge you for it.
You know, I've
but-
seen the clip, you know, when she's on top of the hill and singing. You know, like when you watch those 50 most iconic movie clips and that. You know, I
Yeah.
know that and I know the song, but no.
I've been to Salzburg and retraced all of the footsteps of the whole film and had all of the iconic pictures taken in all of the places. Yeah,
I
it
so
was
would
great.
love to see
and
that.
great schnitzel as well.
Oh, I love a bit of schnitzel.
Right, shall we move on?
Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. Anyway, right, it's my Fake Friday today and I think it might be starting to become visible. I've held it together very well until towards the end of this show. Let's have a look at these inverted nesting dies then, because these are awesome. What we've done here with these is basically put the detailing on the inside. Does this one remind anyone of the Cookie Monster, or is it just me?
The Cookie Monster?
Yeah, the Cookie Monster, didn't he have like a jaggedy inside of his mouth? I'm not sure. Anyway, so you've got the circles in here, and you've got lots of different sizes. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8 here in each one. And where the detail is on the inside, so it makes more of a frame, whereas before, with the other ones, you would, the detailing would be on the outside. So, you've got the circle, you've also got the square in here as well. Then we have the rectangle, and you've also got available to you the oval, all in the zigzag here. So there's that deal for you, £29 or $38 if you want to get your hands on that. The other one we do have, and it is the only one, it's all on its loan term. If you want the rectangles in the scallop, we do have them available still, but it's the only one we have left in the scallop style. But that one's there, $7.25 or $9.50 if you want to get your hands on that one just there. Sue loves the way we always talk about food here. It's because it gets to this kind of time, about 7:45, and the more hungry we get, the more... I think that might be the first time we've talked about food all day, all week on these bunch of shifts, so I think it was pretty good going. But Craig, fair to say that these are really a must, aren't they? Your nesting dice. I can't believe how many Craig's got. Craig, show us your nesting die stash, honestly.
From
he has got so many. For your
Tiffany trolley of tricks.
Yeah, look at all these.
These are just some. Now, not all these magnetic ones are filled with them. I've still got, I said this a couple of weeks ago, I've still got to do it. Still got to transfer all of these into these, but this isn't even all of them.
So why nesting dice? Because I know the inverted ones work in the same way, but whether it's the inverted ones or the regular ones, why do we need them in our stash?
Because they give you your card base, they give you your card blank if you want to make it, it gives you your frames, it gives you your apertures, it gives you your shaker elements. There's lots of different ways that you can actually be using them. So yes, they are nesting dies, they're great for, you know, doing a layer for maybe a sentiment, underneath a sentiment, but then bringing in these inverted ones being the shape on the inside, takes it to the next level. If you had a look and you managed to see myself and Joe on Wake Up Call earlier on this afternoon, you'll have seen that I actually showed you how you can combine these ones as well as some from our past collections. So you can mix and match them as well. So lots of different things in which you can do. So let's show you one other way. Now what I'm going to, my original one was with the circle, but I seem to have misplaced the set. So I've got my oval, square and my rectangle. So let's do it with the oval instead. So what we can do, if I show you the dies, now Joe showed you those boards a minute ago, how they all look once they're die cut, but this is what they are, you know, in their metal form. So you've got a combination, so you've got 4 that have got the shape on them. And what these do, again, just like Joe showed you, it doesn't have an outside cutting edge. It's got kind of like a perforated line all the way round. So it stays within the card, but this kind of zigzag all the way in, that will die cut out. And so you've got them, 4 of them, and then you've also got 4 going down in size of your plain edge ovals. So this is what can then give you your mats and layers for these, should you wish to use them.
Awesome, so cutting them in or cutting them out. Lovely to have the option, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. And then for the instance, if I go back to this one quickly, if you did want to cut this one out, then all that you would do is incorporate that outline die that comes with it. That's then going to give you that separate component, but it's still going to give you that aperture bit in the middle. So lots of different ways that you can start to mix and match if you wish. So we're going to go in with a piece of pattern paper here. So I'm going to layer it up. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to come right across, because we're going to cut an aperture within the middle. And I'm going to lay that into the middle here. Now what I've also done, my white cardstock, I have cut this to 7 by 6, and what I've also done is I've scored in at 1/2 inch, and I've also scored in at 1/2 inch at this side here. So it gives me 2 little hinges that we can see above. So what I can then do is let's go in with so I don't need to cut this out, this is staying in, so I'm going to use my largest one because I've still got enough room at top and bottom. So let's bring in our low tack tape. Going to secure this, and then I'm going to run this through my Gemini.
Fantastic. Astrid says that her favourite card to make with these is the inverted nesting dies, is the tunnel cards. I guess they're great for that, Craig.
They are, yeah, absolutely spot on for anything like that when it comes to dimensional tunnel form. But then think as well that what you can do is if you do chop them out, and there's a reason why I'm away to say what I'm away to say, is, you know, you can cut into them, chop them in half, you know, chop them in quarters, use them as corners if you want. There really is so many different ways, not just nesting ways, but many different ways in which you can use them. So I'm going to remove this one. And the reason I put my tape right across was so that it all sticks within this aperture bit. So there is our aperture on the front. And then what I'm also then going to do is let's bring in this die once again. So I'm going to remove these bits of tape. So I'm going to bring this die, and I'm also going to bring in this outline die. My bit of cardstock big enough? Oh, don't know, let's see. Is it going to fit that way? Might just. Oh, look at that. I'm going to put these ones together, and this is going to give me that shape, but it's going to give me a separate component.
Nice.
So it works well, just using them in different ways.
Awesome. Loads of love for these in the comments. A lot of people talking about all the different ways they can use them, Craig. And they are just excellent, aren't they? Do you ever use them for mats and layers?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You know, and that's the whole reason that Nest and Dies came about originally, quite a number of years ago, was so that if you wanted to do your mats and layers, you know, back, I say back in the day, it was not that long ago, but when maybe you would only have your V-blade trimmers. Now, it's easy to do mats.
V-blade trimmer, what's that, Craig?
So V-blade trimmer, well, I've got, have I got one here? I do. The best brand that many will know of is Fiskars. You know, the
oh, I think I know what you mean.
Paper trimmer.
Yeah.
So a V-blade paper trimmer is just something that looks like this, and what it is it's the blade here, and you've got V-blade trimmer because the actual blade is tiny little V.
Oh, cool.
That you can see here. So with that one, what you do is this bit is replaceable. So after a wee while, what it does is the cutting of your cardstock is going to blunt the blade, so you need to buy a new one just to keep it nice and sharp. But by using them before the guillotines come along, you could use your V-blade trimmers for your mats and layers, you know, if it's square or rectangle. But then it comes along the Nest and Dies that are in circles and ovals, and that's enabling you now to do your mats and layers with maybe intricate shapes that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do with any of your trimmers.
Awesome.
So that's why, you know, there's such a good way of using them and how they came about when it was from Nest and Dies originally. But what we can
I'm
do,
seeing like a Fabergé egg here for some reason, Craig.
very much like that, very much like that. But what you could then do as well, keeping along on that idea, Joe, is if you brought in some acetate and then you started to colour it, you know, using things like your alcohol refill inks, and then what you could do is do that onto your acetate, get it all messy, inky, let it dry for a moment, then pop this over the top, and you're going to have that very, you know, as that style as you just said a minute ago, within the middle. So lots of other ways again in which you can use them, and not just oval, you know, frames or mats and layers or anything along those lines. And now what this does is this now nicely frames it. So we've got that lovely aperture that you can see here. And then what I'm going to do is bring in this piece of cardstock, 6 inches by 6 inches, and then that's slightly smaller than this one. And then that means if I come along with my adhesive, I'm going to pop it onto each edge here. Because it's slightly smaller, what I'm going to do is, let's do it this way to show you. I'm going to tuck them in, I'm going to press, I'm going to turn it around, and then I'm going to tuck that one in and press, and we're going to get a little aperture dome that you can see along the top. And now what I should have done was bring in this piece of pattern paper, and that is going to go in here. So
oh, Craig, living dangerously there.
Life
on the edge.
Not like me. Not like me. There we go. So we've got that one. So you can see how that's starting to look. And then we'll just do a few little bit more cutting when it comes to our Nest and Dies. So let's go back in with the oval here. So let's go, actually, do you know what? So I've already cut these with the circle ones. So there is that one there. And then what I've also done, using the circle Nest and Dies, is I have cut 2 of these little, it's kind of like, you know, explosion or moon, sun explosions, if you wish. And I've stamped
that
the sentiment.
Doesn't sound very good.
Moon explosion.
I was going to say, I don't think the moon or the sun exploding would be good for us as a, you know, as big dwellers of this planet, but just putting it out there. I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, you know, when I love that, Craig, when you're at home and then the sun comes out, but it comes out so quickly that it like pierces through the window.
Yes.
Love that feeling. I'm like a cat. I always like that. I have to readjust myself so I can just get in it.
Just get there. Get to the sun.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We've got to, don't we? Need to get to the sun every chance.
I'm quite taken aback by this. You know, we talked about German chocolate cake.
Uh-huh.
Well, Cindy says to me, Joe, German chocolate is a type of chocolate named after a man called German. The man's name was German. I'm not sure that it's not a chocolate cake from Germany. There we go. The topping is great. It's coconut and pecans in a gooey, sticky, yummy mixture. Oh, sounds awesome. Georgina's not on board with it, but I'm here for it.
Oh, Georgina, I love coconut. I love coconut. I do as well.
A Bounty chocolate bar, Craig. Oh, yes, please.
Oh, yeah, please. You know, people say that they always leave the Bounty one in the tub, the sweet tub, but no, I do like one. I'm waiting on the day for them to bring out a white chocolate Bounty.
Oh, maybe we should just try and make one, Craig. Maybe we should get all the stuff and like put one together. Try and make you. Maybe that could be a little YouTube series for us, Craig. Us making your favourite chocolate bars, but in white chocolate versions. I think we could go viral.
Well, you know, because it would be. What would it be? I'm thinking now. So, coconut.
Just desiccated coconut, sugar.
That's it. Sugar. Condensed milk, I think.
Maybe a little bit of condensed milk. Yeah. And then some white chocolate.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Let's make it. I'll have my people call your people.
Let's do that.
I can see us getting, on some sort of, cable network somewhere with that.
Absolutely.
What would we call our show? Sticky and sweet. Want to be sticky, want to be sweet. We haven't worked out who yet.
No, I don't know which one. No.
Anyway, let's move on because we are going to get in trouble at this rate. Best cupcake that Linda's ever had is a chocolate with chocolate peanut butter buttercream. Yes, please.
That's a lot of peanut butter with butter and buttercream.
It's a lot of butter. I mean, can you have too much butter, Craig?
No, well, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
That is also delicious, that card that you've made there, Craig.
Oh, thank you. So all that I would just do is pop it onto another bit of a blank card on the back to create our card blank. But we've got our aperture within the middle that you can see here. So originally, if I show you, so my original one, I had cut using the circle. But because I couldn't find the circle set, what we've done is use the oval instead. So that's how it would have went. But using the oval instead, just using a few of these layers, these circle layers in the back, these are all in with that circle set that Joe showed you not that long ago. A little bit of stamping from stamps from your own stash. Really nice and really, it's been a very pastel tone today.
It has indeed.
The shows.
Taylor is in the building, our social media manager, and she's interrupted in the group chat that we have with our social media superstars to say, wait, what? Is German chocolate not a thing in the UK? I said, no, it isn't. And she said she's going to bake us one, Craig. So we're going to have to hold her to that.
Oh.
Sounds delicious. Let me take you back through this collection of zigzag circles. I love Georgina. She's like, well, but I don't like it. Well, that's a you problem, not an us problem, Georgina. There's your zigzag circle. You've also got your zigzag square in there. We've got the zigzag rectangle. And you're also going to get that zigzag oval as well. Lots of you still chatting away with us. Beautiful card, says Merlin. Right, I know we talked a lot about Club Inspired discount and getting extra discounts because of your easy way into May that we have promotion we have running at the moment. But tell you what I thought we'd do. We get loads of new viewers all the time. So why don't we re-familiarise you with all of the awesome benefits of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1,500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. Become a member of our club today.
I think Beth Valonis sums it up the best, Craig, the food chatter. She says, I don't think I've ever met a cake or ice cream that I didn't like. I'll agree with you. I'm there. I'm there with you. Right, I want to recap for you. I would say recap. We haven't seen it yet. The Monday Mega Deal, which is this. It is a brilliant 3-pack of our card and paper pads for you. What you've got in here is a few different styles. So in here you're going to receive the Perfect Pastels. Now this is a textured card style. It's colour core as well, which is brilliant. So loads of options with that. It's linen texture too, so it's got a really lovely fine linen texture to it, and it's 230 GSM, so it's a really good all-round weight. You've got that in the Perfect Pastels. You've also got exactly the same in the Brights too, which is awesome. There's definitely not 36 sheets in here. Someone has, without a doubt, been at these. Craig is here, so let's not blame him. Let's blame Sarah. We've also got in here as well for the everyday celebrations, which is absolutely fantastic. Was this the one you just used, the everyday celebrations?
Yes, it was.
Brilliant. $39.98 or $49.90 if you want to go for those. Remember, you will get the extra 10% off. Also remember as well that the Monday Mega Deal, we only hold the price on that for 24 hours, so you will need to be quick for it if you want it. $28.79 or $35.93 as a platinum member, with the extra 10% off as well. Right, we're going to go back to the pop-out sentiments. They've been really popular in this show, which doesn't surprise me because they've been very popular since we launched them. And the great thing about these is about making the inside of your card as exciting. Do you know what? I'm going to say it, more exciting than the outside of your card. There's 5 sentiments in here for you. What I would also say is that there's been a launch day on these, so you go back and find that on our website. That's 2 hours of inspiration. We've also had a craft along on these as well, so that's another whole real-time crafting experience that you can have with these. And also they've been featured in lots of different shows, so you'll find them over on the website. You've got best wishes here. This one here is many thanks, and we also have with love for you in there as well. $51.96 or $59.80. Platinum members with a cheeky extra discount. I can't believe I'm saying this. £37.41 in the UK or $43.06. That will be the best price we've had, because I don't think we've had kind of a blanket promotion since we launched these. So do snap them up if you've been thinking about them for a while. If you want to get them individually, you can. They are $12.99 or $14.95, or any 2 of them for £23 or $27 should you want to get them like that. These have been really, really popular, Craig, haven't they? Because I think, how would you create this by hand if you didn't have a die? I mean, it's probably doable, but you'd have to be, is it doable?
It is doable. It absolutely is doable, but you know, the time that you need, the patience that you need, the accuracy that you need as well. So why not just get a die that's going to do it? And
absolutely,
that's what we've come up with as well. So what we can do is, let's get started. We're going to create a bit of a funky, fancy shape for this one. So I've got my own card blank here, so it's 5 by 7. And then what I've also done is I've got another layer of white smooth stamping card, and that is 7 by 5 as well. But what I've done is I've scored at 1 inch in, and I've also scored at 1 inch in that way. So we've got our little fold backs here. So what I'm then going to do is, if I come along and on this panel here, I'm going to add my adhesive. So I'm going to put a few of these bits on, and then what I'm going to do now is, this is then going to sit over here. So what will happen, before I assemble it, this is how it's going to start to sit. So what I'm going to do is pop this bit along the bottom, and then we're going to press that into place. Now I'm using our white smooth stamping card like I would do with lots of my bases of my cards. Then I decorate it afterwards. But this could be matte card, mirror card, you know, glitter card, anything like that you'd still be able to use. So if I then bring it in so you can see to the front, so that's how it's looking. But if I turn it to the side, that is how it's starting to look. So if I turn it that way, so it'll still completely fold flat once we're finished, but it gives you that element for it to stand, and it's giving us a little bit of a stage base. So what we can do then is bringing in some of our either, I still think these is poppies. Apparently they're meant to, yeah.
Poppies, aren't they?
I thought someone said to me they were actually meant to be peonies.
Oh, at least we agree there's a flat there. I'd say an abstract poppy for me they are, Craig. Let me know in the comments. Are they poppies or peonies? Save us, help us out here.
Help us, help. Taking this pattern paper, no matter what kind of flower it is that you're using, and I've cut it to 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. Now what I've also done, instead of going halfway up, I have come up at 3 inches, and similar, well, exactly the same as what I'd done earlier on, I've put a little pencil line at each edge of the 3 inch upwards, and then we're going to use our Just For You die. So let's bring this one in here. So this is going to give us not only the depth of the mechanism and the sentiment pop out, but it's given us extra depth because we've created this kind of little bit of a stage card blank. And then I'm going to secure this in with my low tack tape, and where the 2 little pieces at each side meet, I'm going to pop that up against my pencil line, and then I'm going to, let's pop our low tack tape on there and here. And then because of this size, I do need my large Gemini.
Terry Lee says it's a peony. Well, my mind is blown, Craig.
Yeah, I thought someone said to me it was a peony in the past, but I've always thought it was a poppy. Always thought it was a poppy. I'm going to say poppy.
Poppies don't have to be red. I know we discuss this every time we discuss poppies now, but for many, many years, Craig, I thought all poppies were red. It's not the case.
No, it's not, and I was the same as you. I was exactly the same as you. I thought it were all poppies were red, but they're not.
I mean, we're not exactly horticulturalists, are we? But
no,
we're getting there, Craig. We're getting there.
Alan Titchmarsh.
Oh, and then Anne says they look like Alan Titchmarsh. I'm practically Charlie Dimmock. Anne says they look like poppies to me. Peonies are much fuller. I'm glad you're asked. I'm glad that you think so, Anne. So who knows, Craig? The jury's split on this one.
It is, isn't it? Well, I'm going with poppies.
Okay, you do you.
I will do, and you do you, hon.
Oh, thank you.
You want to be Charlie Dimmock in your day-to-day life? You be Charlie Dimmock. I'll be Alan Titchmarsh.
Okay, brilliant.
We could do our own little bit of ground force.
Ground force. Do you remember ground force? Gosh. What a show that was.
I loved that.
I've never been much of a gardener, Craig, you know.
I've not.
I just don't think I'm very good at it. Ground Force, it was a show where it was basically a makeover
It's on
show
BBC America.
Is it on BBC America?
Yeah,
There you are.
it was very popular in America.
Basically a makeover show for people's gardens or backyards. And yeah, it was usually people that had a bit of a tough time, wasn't it, Craig? And someone was doing something nice for them. And Charlie Dimmock was this lady with lots and lots of very curly ginger hair. And Alan Titchmarsh was the gentleman presenter. He was sort of more into flowers, and Charlie Dimmock was all about sort of raised beds and water features and stuff. It was great.
She was, yeah. And always, every time she come on, she always had these massive, massive boots on her feet. They were huge.
No socks though.
No, she never. No.
Anyway, moving on, Craig, before we get in trouble. It's a bit of a tightrope we're walking tonight, you know, to keep ourselves on the straight and narrow. We are trying though, we really are trying.
Do you know what I think it is as well though, is we've showed you, not even just on Monday Makers, but even back on Wake Up Call, quite a few products where it's mechanisms, where you just need to take the time. Just relax, take your time, and just manipulate them. So while we're doing that, we're just having a little bit of a chin wag, a catch up. It's been a while since we've seen each other.
Absolutely it has. Lois agrees with us, Craig, that they are poppies as well.
Yeah.
but it's very divisive. It's like the dress, wasn't it? Was it black and white or was it gold and white? Do you remember that whole thing?
I always seen gold and white.
I always saw gold and white as well. Now there's a social media phenomenon from 2 years ago for you.
Wasn't it? That was freaky as.
I'm quite intrigued by the idea that we all see colours slightly differently though, because I think a lot of the time someone will say, especially at work, oh that's that colour, and I'm thinking, I don't think it is that colour. But I think we must all see it slightly differently.
It's wondering how our eyes can not play tricks on us, but just to see what you've just said there, how we see things differently.
Absolutely. Remember as well, you can use that extra 10% on anything, but time is fast running out. In the UK, you've only got 4 hours, well, you've got less than 4 hours. You've got 3 hours and 49 minutes to take advantage of that extra 10% discount. Ease your way into May, so make sure you do. It will end tonight at midnight wherever you're shopping. So if you're on the East Coast time, it will end at midnight for you. It'll also end at midnight on the West Coast as well, but make sure you take advantage of it. That's beautiful, Craig. Actually, and still quite clear, even in a very heavily patterned floral and paper.
It is. However, I am going to do what I done earlier on. Let's run it through a bit of white card as well. Red card. And this is something, I'm not just doing it for the show today to let you see how you can then make the letters stand out. This is something that when I've been using them at home in my own time, I do this as well. It's a bit like when I do a drop shadow with maybe a little small intricate sentiment die. I'll always do a drop shadow. So when it comes to these ones, I'll always die cut the die separately, chop them out and then add them on just to highlight the words.
Excellent. Many viewers think they are poppies as well, Craig. I think we've vindicated that.
Excellent. Glad to hear. I don't always like being right, but I think I'm right on this one.
I think you're right too. Congratulations.
It's not often I'm right. Did you know my surname used to be right?
Did it?
Yeah.
Well, you used to be right all the time. Hey! See what I did there?
Heard them all before.
Sorry?
Heard them all before. But it wasn't R-I-G-H-T, it was W-R-I-G-H-T.
Right, okay. And how long has it been Laird for?
How long has my mum and stepdad been married? This year will be 21 years.
Oh, awesome.
They got married in December 2000.
I think Craig Laird is a much nicer name than Craig Wright. I think it has a bit more oomph to it, Laird, and it's very Scottish, isn't it?
Very Scottish, yeah. So I would say maybe a year, 2 years maybe after my mum and my stepdad John got married that I took a surname.
Ah, that is really lovely.
So it's quite a while. Quite a while now.
Do you still have like some? No, I guess you wouldn't have, would you? Right, there's a story, okay, and I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell you a very abridged version because it could be very long.
Okay.
I celebrated my birthday on the wrong day for 19 years for many reasons.
You're never.
I did, because my parents got confused when they applied for my first passport. And anyway, what happened was my passport came back as the 27th of September. It turns out my birthday was actually the 26th. Didn't realise until I lost my passport. But what it meant was, Craig, at 19, I already had a lot of documents and things. So I already had a driving licence, 27th of September, all these other things. And also things now, I ring places and they say, so what is your date of birth? And I go, it's the 23rd of the 6th, it's the 23rd of the 9th, 1986. Because some places are still in the 26th and some places are in the 27th.
Yeah.
And it's become really confusing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my driving licence still says the 27th on it.
That's just brilliant.
Yeah, so sometimes, and often the opticians, I realised the other day, still as a 27th. So then they search for you by your date of birth. So I was like, it's 26th of 1986. And they're like, oh no, no one here on that name. And I was like, and then you have to say, can you try the 27th? And they think that you've lost it, Craig.
Yeah, they'll be like, what's this guy up to?
Can you try the 27th? There you go.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Yeah, that is good. That is
But
funny.
I guess you were younger than that, so you didn't have
I
any of that stuff to worry about, changing old names, new names.
Of anything.
But people change their names all the time when they get married, don't they?
When they get married, they do, yeah.
Which is quite an odd concept to me. I don't know why.
Yeah?
It's a lot of work, isn't it, changing your name, I'd imagine? You know, moving house is a big enough job. Just changing your address.
Oh, tell me about it.
Let alone when you change. I mean, I'm 6 months in now. I'm still not
2 years in, I'm still not
Really?
Yeah.
It's a big, so imagine changing, because also, maybe if you get married, you're moving with your partner, you change your name and your address at the same time. Imagine how many things you've got to change then. My heart goes out to you, ladies, it really does.
You know how, Joe, in the past you say sometimes you like to say things and then you just stop dead and you just leave me hanging?
Yeah.
This is one of those.
No, I know it is.
I'm not
Yeah.
even going to attempt to
I
try
know.
and think of something
And
to say.
I know I'm doing it, and I know it's one of the very subtle things that we do to sort of wind each other up a little bit through the show all day. There's lots of just very subtle things that we do.
Well, I'm throwing it back at you and leaving you hanging on that one yourself.
Craig normally just goes, anyway. Anyway.
Not on this occasion. So here we go. Anyway, what we've done now is, now that we've got our pop-up element, what we're going to do is, at this point, imagine this bit here, into the centre where my thumb is, imagine that is the centre of your card blank. So we can come along, and I'm going to line that one up here and up to the side. When I said it's 3 inches, that's because this inside part here, that is 3 inches. That's why I came to that conclusion of the measurements. So we can press these bits in, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to gently meet that up against the back, and I'm going to press all these bits in. Let's fold that in, give it a little bit of a press, and then I've forgotten this bit here. So I'm going to pop this one on into this bit there. Let's have a look, let's see. I'm going to try and flatten it slightly. We're going to overlay that into the middle here. That inside heart, what we can do is let's not waste that. Let's pop it here. And then I've also got a couple of little butterflies. Schmetterlings. And these can then just flutter away here. Let's pull the wings up to there and there. I want to say, because I already had these cut in red, that was actually where I got the idea for the colour theme. I want these Karen Thoughts, are they from Karen Thoughts?
Yes.
I want to say that are, yeah. Yeah, I want to say that they are. And then on the front ledge, let's take an organza bow.
Oh gosh, Mariah's got a great one for us, Craig. She says when she was about 5, she somehow got hold of her birth certificate and practiced the alphabet all over it in crayon. Oh dear.
Oh dear, indeed. Oops,
That looks
daisy.
awesome, Craig.
Here we go. So you'll be able to see how that works. We've got just for you there. That is then also on the front of the card, but you could then do your sentiment, your insert into the middle if you want. But there we go. So if I turn it side views, and just to let you see, it does fold flat as well. But really nice, like a stage card, isn't it? You can see it here.
Beautiful. Really good. If you were going to be on stage, what would you be on stage doing, Craig?
Stage.
A Highland jig, maybe.
A Highland jig? I don't know.
Crafting?
I would say it'd be something crafting related.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you have a think about it. Anyway, moving on. So let me go back through exactly what you've got included in here. So you've got the Just For You, which is this one just here. We also then have as well Happy Birthday. You have then got the best wishes. I love that they're all really usable, workable sentiments, which is great. There's something you're going to get a lot of use out. They're not like, I don't know, Happy Easter, which we do Happy Easter dice, and at Easter time, you'll get a lot of use out of them, whereas with these, you'll get use out of them all year round, which is brilliant. So do grab them. Who is it? Sue Hint said she really loved that last card, Craig. Let's move on to this week's Get It, Got It, Good deal, and it's awesome. It really is. The A4 binder has been out of stock for ages, so it's brilliant. We've got it back in stock for you. Now, what we've also done is we've popped 50 bonus points on this, so you're going to get the binder itself. You've got these great little pockets in here. It's all beautiful quality, as you'd expect from Crafter's Companion. And then what we've got is your different dies in here. So what you're going to receive in this one is you're going to get 3 of the magnetic panels within here, and then you're also going to get I don't have them in here, but you're going to get 3 of the acrylic panels to store your stamps on as well. So you get 3 of the magnetic, 3 of the acrylic. You can actually get up to 12 panels in each one of these. So if you wanted to buy a couple more of each to go with it, that wouldn't be a bad idea either. $24.98 or $31.94. Obviously, if you adding this to a basket, it's going to be less expensive today than it is tomorrow, because remember, you got that 10% off when you're spending over £30 or $30. Are we doing it? Are we going to do a live walk? Are we going for? I was looking forward to then, George, doing a live walk. You know, walking live. Are you ready? Live walks. Here we go. That. People train for years. People go to RADA to learn how to do that. That is a live walk without the aid of a safety net. I know. We'll get a BAFTA for this, Craig. Right, we're going to go back to... I'm getting slightly more giddy as we're getting into the second hour, Craig. I don't know if you noticed. We're going to go back to the twist and pops, which are fantastic. So, what we've got here are, of course, you get the mechanism in here, and then you've got these different elements which pop out. So you've got the balloons in here. You also have this one here, which is the cupcakes. Hello, cupcake. This one here, love this one. This one is your frames. Now, this has been done for like a little mini baby scrapbook in here, which is a great way of doing it. We've got the love hearts for you too, which are here. Brilliant how they just sort of snap out of there. Love that. This one here is your presents. How awesome is that going to be? And then you've got one more, which is your frames, your round frames, as you can see there, which are really detailed. Again, great for popping pictures in there if you want to. Wonderful. I mean, you can obviously just keep the outside of the card quite plain, or you could just go to Townsill on the outside and then just add that added element of your sort of internal parts, which is awesome. Will Craig be on a HSN tomorrow? I don't know, Alicia, you ask him yourself.
Maybe. Yeah. No, I am. I will be. I'm going to be on. I'm going to be on. Right, let me get this right. So,
I tried to get it right yesterday, Craig. We had all sorts of drama in the HSN preview of me trying to work out when you were on.
Yeah. So our time here in the UK, now obviously it's not the full hour, but the slot that I've got is the 4 p.m. slot, our time. So 4,
11
3,
a.m.
2, 1, 12, 11 a.m. That's with Hunky Dory. Then I'm going to be back our time 7 p.m. So that's 2 p.m. Eastern time that I'm going to be on. And then 3 a.m. our time. So that is going to be 9 p.m. your time, 10 p.m. your time. Next time, Joe, hold your thumb up so that I can actually see all your fingers and thumbs. So that's going to be 10 p.m. your time, and that's going to be with Sharon Callis's succulent collection. Absolutely gorgeous
Those
collection.
succulents are awesome, aren't they? They really, really are cool. Any questions you've got about the Twist and Pops or any of the other things that are on the show, pop them across to me. Crafters TV over on Facebook, Crafters Companion on YouTube. I am here for you. I am exactly what I just said, here for you. Craig, back to you.
Back to me. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at these. What I'm actually going to say as well, because I know what you guys at home are like. You're so loving and you're so caring. And you're going to see me on the Wednesday, still on Wake Up Call. And you go, Craig, you were up at 3 a.m. That was my choice. Just in case anyone wants to know, they gave me Wednesday off because I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. But I just thought, no, because I don't know about you at home, but Joe, I can't, it gets to like 9 a.m. in the morning and I can't sleep any longer.
Craig,
I wake and I just get up.
We've met, haven't we?
Yeah,
I
true.
can sleep anywhere, at any time, for any length of time. I could get home tonight at 11 o'clock, go to sleep, wake up and it'd be Friday. I mean, you know, I can sleep forever. So I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Actually, I don't get that. So I can't just sleep. So I'll be up around about 9 a.m. anyway. So I said to Kelly, who organises it, I was like, Kelly, don't worry about getting cover. I'm going to be up. I'll just come in and do it anyway. It's only the one show. So you're still going to see me on Wake Up Call as well, because I will be nice and refreshed because I still get a long time to sleep. So I'm happy with that. So I just thought I'd let you know now.
Make sure you come and join him on Wednesday, is the moral of that story.
Yeah. In case you little Craig's up early or late, so he's not going to be on Wake Up Call. I am.
Do you think we should do, I reckon we'll float the idea. Maybe we should float the idea before we talk about it, but that's just not how we roll usually, is it, Craig?
No,
do you reckon we
not.
should do like some sort of charity 24-hour craftathon or something like that? Like, crafting for like a whole 48 hours all the way through. But the same people, no sleeping. Can you imagine what would happen by the end of it?
I've already floated that idea.
Have you?
I'm well up for doing a 24-hour craft thing. We're having people dotting in and out.
Just going for the whole 24 hours. Yeah, I think it would be amazing.
I think it would be amazing as well. I know
could be dangerous though.
Could be dangerous.
Could be dangerous. Very dangerous.
Could be. But so it's all in the name of charity. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I love we're talking like it's happening. Taylor often will say to me after our shows, "What have you promised people now?" I didn't promise. I just caveated it, with a little. This isn't actually a happening thing. It was like the Crate and Craft. The Crafters Companion cruise that we talked about.
That's right. Yeah.
The cruise chatter was strong for a while, wasn't it, Craig? Kind of something. Obviously, we're not able to go anywhere at the moment, which is obviously has put paid to that. But I still reckon we can make that a thing once we're allowed to travel again.
I would certainly say, the 24-hour craftathon is more likely than a cruise at the moment. Anyway.
Oh, see, I think maybe at the moment, but there are cruises happening in the UK this summer. Craig. They're just going
Disney
around the British Isles. The Disney one. Oh my word, Craig! Have you seen the prices?
No, I've not.
Oh.
Is it bad?
Over the summer holidays, an inside cabin for 2 people for 4 nights was £1,800.
Shut up.
I know. Find a door and shut it.
Or a window.
Or a window. I couldn't believe it. Obviously, if you're going, you'll have a lovely time.
Of course.
No doubt. And it's probably less expensive outside of those times. But yes, very, very expensive.
I would still go if I had the money. Just to
absolutely. If I could afford it, Craig, I'd be there. Absolutely. Have you ever been on a cruise ship, Craig?
I've not, no. My mum and stepdad have been on a couple.
Really? I've only been on a fairly small one. I did a cruise that went from Harwich in Essex to Amsterdam with an overnight on board and then a day at sea, and then it ended in Oslo. And I loved it, I must say. Absolutely loved it.
Well, my stepdad, at the time when my mum and my stepdad John, they went on their first cruise, my mum had always wanted to try one. John never thought he would be that good on boats, as well as a cruise ship. But they tried it, they went on one for the first one, and he absolutely loved it. Oh. And they'd been on a few ever since,
The one I went on, it was only 3 nights. 3 nights? 2 nights? 3 nights. It was quite rough, the seas, Craig, in that part of the ocean that we were in. And then when you get off of the boat afterwards, you think for a couple of days that the land's moving, like you sort of stumble a little bit. It's it's because I think your brain sort of adjusts to being at sea. Anyway, the comments are on fire about cruise chatter. I'm still hopeful for the cruise, says Tracy. Jennifer says, CC Cruise? Yes, please. There's obviously viewers now that watch us, Craig, that weren't here for the first round of the Crafters Cruise chat. I mean, we were very close to being banned from mentioning it for a while, weren't we, Craig?
Well, you guys were.
I think we were maybe banned from mentioning it for a while. So now we've got viewers that are maybe new, that are new to the Crafters TV Cruise chatter. We'll see. Maybe when the world gets a bit more back to normal, Craig.
It would be fun though, wouldn't it?
It was. I was meant to be going to Los Angeles tomorrow, Craig.
Oh, Joe, was that meant to be tomorrow?
It was meant to be tomorrow. And the other thing was that I was planning on organising a meet and greet as well with some of our lovely
I thought you were ready to say you were planning on taking me with you.
You could come, Craig. But it was in the works to have a meet up with some of our crafters, but it's not going to happen, obviously.
No.
But I am replanning it for next year. So fingers crossed. We'll get to meet some of our lovely I'll get to meet some of our lovely Californian crafters next year.
I would do the same. I can't see us going to New York next year, but when I do eventually get back to New York again, probably the following
You'll have to go and see Joy, she's only up the road.
Well, I was away to say it would be good to actually have a meet up or catch up with anyone around the New York area.
Absolutely.
It would be so good.
Maybe between us all presenters and experts, producers, directors, we could just all go on holiday. We could cover a couple of states each. Because you could do New York. I think New Jersey's pretty close to New York. Is New Jersey a state? Hang on. Oh, it
New
is.
Jersey,
Brilliant.
New York, isn't it?
Yeah, New Jersey, New York, they're very close to each other, aren't they? So we could do both of those quite easily. Who knows? We can dream of wonderful ideas. After you've done this demo, Craig, do you think we should do demo of the show after this?
Yeah, of
You've
course
got
we can.
fierce competition today, I must say, from the boss.
Well,
With
see,
a window reveal card.
I'm lagging with. See, that's what happens when you take a bit of time
Oh,
off,
how
isn't
many?
it?
How many have you got? Oh, Craig, you're falling behind a bit. This is going to be your week this week.
Do you think so?
I can sense it. Yeah.
I don't.
How many non wake up call shows have you got this week?
Well, that's why I don't sense it, Joe, because this is my only non-wake up call show.
Oh, okay. Maybe not then, Craig.
So I can't see myself.
Maybe you should start a little campaign to get the wake up call demos added into the show card of the day.
Well, as you very well know, we've done, as of today, we've had a bit of a change of a format slightly to Wake Up Call.
So more demos in the show now.
So there's more, well, when I say more demo, there's more time spent on specific demos to get a proper one done, round about 2 or 3 per show. So there's no reason why I don't think that my one of my cards in Wake Up Call could be included.
Let's start a petition, Craig.
What do we want?
Wake up call cards in card of the day.
When do we want it?
Now.
There you go.
It doesn't really have much of a ring to it. We'll work on that, Craig. We'll work on that. It doesn't have much of a ring to it.
No, we'll need to work on it, eh?
You would have 5. Well, not really.
No, I've never thought of that actually.
Well, you'd be in card of the day every day then. So potentially, I mean, you could have 5. Could have 5 cards in 1 week in, like Debbie Robinson did yesterday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and Jam won.
Oh.
But Debbie was a very vocal supporter. I think the best project won, Craig, as they say.
Do you think so?
I think so.
It's like any of their cards or projects could win, can't they?
Absolutely. Now you're using your classics here, Craig. Could you use pretty much any of your colouring mediums on these? And was it a Nina or stamping card you used?
So what I've done with this one here is I have just used my stamping card. Because I'm not doing any blending or shading, anything like that, I'm going on with my white smooth cardstock, also because it's slightly thicker than the Nina. However, doesn't mean that you can't use the white smooth stamping card to do your blending and shading. It's just that the Nina is perfectly created so that it's going to work best with your alcohol pens, but you can still do them with your smooth stamping card. But because I'm only going in with one base colour, I'm using the smooth stamping card. And it is, yeah, it's the classic, so I'm using Poppy for this one. So DR2, I have used, I can never say it's probably, Cyan, IB2, and then I'll also use True Blue 2B4.
Nice.
And picking out each of the parcels, and then what I'm doing is colouring them in, spend a bit more time at home.
Linny's with you. She wakes up every day at about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Every day, 6
Funny how
a.m.
some people are like that, yeah.
Yeah. Mary Pat says she's been up since 2:30 this morning. I do see a nap in her near future. There you go. I think you deserve a nap. You've been up since 2:30. Valerie says, I'd go to a meet and greet with Joe. LA, awaiting your appearance. Valerie, are you near to LA? Do let me know. I was meant to go to Los Angeles and then we were meant to drive up or to San Francisco. And have a few days in San Francisco as well. But it's just not meant to be. We just need to be patient, don't we, Craig? That's all we need to do. All we need to be at the moment, which is brilliant. One day very soon.
We're getting there. We're getting there slowly but surely. Main thing is we're staying safe, so that's the main thing. Here we go.
There's something quite, I'm going to say it, Craig, a bit Christmassy about these, even though you haven't used any Christmas colours. I don't know why. I mean, red is a Christmas colour, isn't it? That is a Christmas colour.
I can actually see where you're coming from there.
Or circus, I'm feeling. I don't know why. It's very much a circus colour theme, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I wouldn't say clowny, Georgina. I think that may be a bit rude, but...
No, I can see what you're saying there, yeah, with the circus. Although ever since you a couple of weeks ago, whenever you say circus, I just think of Britney Spears now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even going to attempt to sing
I'm
it.
not going to sing it. Absolutely not, because we'll get charged. So it'll come out of our wages. Lynn says, I think you all need to do a craft trip around the UK. We could go and see Lynn in Essex. I can't remember where in Essex Lynn is. Let me know, Lynn. It'd be quite easy to do a little sort of UK craft trip, wouldn't it, Craig?
We could get like a little camper van or something.
Absolutely. Well, like a big RV style Winnebago is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
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 You know, with a jacuzzi on the back or something
Oh,
like that.
absolutely. You know, when it just looks like a normal truck, but then the actual side of it actually
pops out. Yeah, I think so. We could do like Land's End to John O'Groats or something like that.
I think it would be good. You know, with your celebs.
But we just
sort
need
of
to get like someone to sponsor it or get work to do it as a work thing. So we go and work.
Expense it.
Absolutely expense it. I think it'd be good.
$2.5 grand plane ticket, you know, across the world. Oh, I've had to expense that one.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Imagine that.
Sarah's next door. Why don't you just pop through and ask her? I'm sure she'll sign it off, Craig.
Sure she will.
Yeah.
I won't even ask.
Anyway, back to the twist and pop.
Oh dear. So what I'm doing at this point here is exactly the same that earlier on with the cupcakes. You do get your score line, but because I've got a multitude of layers of cards, well, I'll say a multitude of layers. I've got 2, but I've also gone over the lines with some of my alcohol pens. So what I need to do is just give it a little bit of a helping hand, and where I can see the original score line, what I'm going to do is I'm giving that a little bit of an extra helping hand, going to give it an extra score. And then what we can do is let's do this one as well. So it's starting here, and then I'm going to come up to there, and then what I need to do is into this bit here. So scoring down, and I'm doing it lightly, but I'm doing it a few times because that is 2 layers of 300 GSM cardstock. So what I can do, this middle one is going to fold it over, and then these 2 side ones we're going to do valley folds, and I'm going to work that one in. Just be careful because you don't want to tear any of the card that you've just coloured. So we've now got our what will be our pop-up within the middle. And then what I've also done, I've already done this bit, we've done it earlier on as well. So using the mechanism, I've taken some white smooth stamping card and I've die cut it out. So I'm going to fold all these bits. So I've already done them a few times, so I don't need to do them as often just now. But the more you do them, the more ease that you're going to get the pop out to work. So once I've done that, so once you've got them where you need to do, I'm going to hold these 2 end bits, I'm going to pull them in so they become like a little bit of a point at the top here. So we can then press that one in. Let's bring in our presents here as well. So what I then need to do, I need to then come along, and this side here, this left side, I'm going to pop over the top into here. And then this bit here, I'm going to tuck it right underneath. So this is one side. And then if I turn it over, that's going to be the opposite side.
Does it matter that the left side's the upper bit or the right side's the lower bit? Or
No.
As long as you just get it on in this general style, you're fine.
Absolutely.
And you get one up high, one up low.
That's
up
it.
low, down low.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
No, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, you're right enough. That is how. So what we can do is pop our adhesive on. And as I said earlier on, I would at home be using my tacky glue. But we're going to go in with our tape here. So let's tuck these little leg bits underneath here. I'm going to tuck it in. Let's move it down a little bit more. So I'm going to come in, carefully peel that one up, tuck it in a little bit. I don't want to press it all the way down into that point. I want to give that a little bit of manoeuvrability. And then what we can also do is let's bring in card blank. And what I've done is, I'm saying what I've done. I've not actually done this card blank. This was in my little box through the back. And what I've done is picked out these. I want to say this is from our large
this is from
letters.
The word, new word,
The new words it is, yeah.
Dies, yes.
That's what I thought.
Large
I knew,
word dies, sorry, not
that's
letter dies.
Yeah. I knew it wasn't a paper pad because I could see here it's been inked through and stenciled. And I know all of our other stencils that we do. Because I've not seen this one, I thought it must be our new pop out or our new word die. So let's bring this one in here, here, and then here. So this one I'm going to pop into here. These little stars are from, let's pop that one there. Little stars are the little stars that die cut out of the presents. So that's using them so they don't go to waste. So it's just a nice little accent bit to use. And before we decorate the inside with the twist and pop, I've done the front bit here. So we're going to go round and pop this one on into here. So let's press that one on. I've also taken one of the word stamps. Congratulations. And let's pop this one on with a pad. Here, here, here. Bringing in a bow as well, which is here. So that can sit into there. And then what I'm going to do, Joe, is let's bring in again our tacky glue for our little twist and pop. So onto one triangle, let's pop our glue, and then let's do the same on the other side. And then what I can do is I have already put a little pencil mark into the center of my card blank. So what I'm doing is I'm going to sit it into place, and that point comes right up to the fold line. Well, I say right up, there's maybe about a millimetre or so away from the score line. And then let's press that, and I'm going to give that a little bit of a hold, a little bit of a rub, just for that to grab. Hopefully that is going to be enough, at least for a second or two, to show you that once we have done the congratulations and done the front, if we go to lift it up, we've got, see, that just needs a little bit more time to dry. So what we'll do, if we do that again,
Should we do I'll recap what you get included then, Craig, whilst you get it all stuck down. I've actually got the other one that's the exact replica of that here as well, which is this one just here. So you've got that one in there. So you've got the presents or the gifts. You've got this one, which are those lovely frames. They're like little sort of vanity mirrors almost. This one here, that one is your hearts. You've also got the frames, which I think are super cute. If you want to use these for things like doing, they're like little mini scrapbooks really, aren't they? Which is awesome. So you've got that one in there. You have also got this one, which is your cupcakes, and you've got your balloons in there as well, which I think is fantastic. So all of those coming included in there, along with the main mechanism, the worker die, if you will, that comes included in there too. You can get all of that actually for a really, really great price as a platinum member with the extra discount. $64.80 or $75.60 today is your price on that. Oh, what happened there? My voice just went a bit strange.
Your voice went?
I know, it's like my sort of voice was breaking almost. Right, Craig, demo of the show, please.
Okay, Doc, let's show you what this one looks like here. So now that I've been holding it down, go open it up, and you've got the twist and pop. So we're going to get that mechanism going back and forwards. Give it a little bit of a working to start with, and then there we go. We've got our twist and pop.
Awesome.
You can see here.
So number one.
So that is that one. Then before that, we had done our pop out sentiment. We've got here.
Number two.
We then done this one here.
Number three.
And then we also done this one here. You can see the side.
Number four.
And there we go. I know we did do that other twist and pop, but I won't include that because that was just to show you how it works.
Yeah.
These ones we've done the full
One
ones.
is a twist and pop. Two is the pop out word. Did you do two pop out words?
Yeah.
Where's the other one?
In there.
Oh, of course, sorry.
No, it's
two
okay.
is the just for you. Three is the Schmedling one with the inverted netting die. And four is the other pop out that Craig did there as well. Don't grab them. Vote for which one that you want to do. You want to win. I have lost the ability to talk. I apologise. If you want to vote, you can do so. Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion across on YouTube. So head over there and make your vote count is what I would say. Right. You've also been sending pictures pictures into us, which we love when you send us pictures of what you've been up to. Mary sent this one into us. Oh, Craig, I'm liking this. I think this is this the birthday month florals? I think it's the daisy from the birthday month florals. I'm going to put my neck on the line and say that. It might be wrong. Ah! Delightful Daisy Decoupage Farmhouse Collection. Mary has really got her hands on that very quickly, hasn't she? That will be coming up, of course, across on HSN. Mariah sent us one of her Twist and Pops. I think that looks beautiful, Mariah.
That looks so good, doesn't it?
So cute. Mariah's also sent us this one too, which is one of the pop-out sentiments as well. And she's put, it just says birthday. Hang on, have I got this right? I am thinking, no, yes. So where's, I can't see happy. Right, but she's covered over.
Oh, she's covered up.
She's covered over the happy on the pop out and put little candles there and pattern papers.
That's a good
idea. And then put the happy embellishment on the top. Absolutely, I think that's something definitely you can do. This is one that you did, Craig, which made us all chuckle. Do you remember?
It did,
Mariah has recreated that, which I think is awesome.
How fab is that? I love how that's looking.
Really
looks
fantastic.
Really, really fab.
Beautiful. Right. Oh, I was meant to, let me just grab my, here they are over here. Let me just grab the inverted nesting dies again for you, just to take you through what you're getting included. This is the only shape at the moment that we have, the only style I should say we have a full collection of. We will be getting them back in stock, absolutely 100%, but you can get all of the zigzags at the moment. So you've got the circle, you've also got the square, there's the rectangle, and you've got the oval in there as well, which is awesome. So do grab those. £29 or $38 to get a hold of those ones. Right, Craig, inverted nesting dies. We're revisiting them, I hear.
We are, however, I'm just slightly concerned the time that we've got left for a full demo with the inverted nesting dies. So
No,
if I get a few bits sorted and then I get pre-bits cut and then we can quickly put something together.
All right, I'll tell you what then. Why don't we just play a bit of video? What one should we play? We're going to play the how to shop video. Take a look. Here's how you can watch a shop at the same time.
Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
All the details of how you can watch and shop at the same time. Craig, it's a good job there's only 12 minutes left on this show, because the wheels, they're coming off, Craig, at quite a rate of knots. So I'm alarmed. Right, I want to share with you, the winner of the card of the show, by the way, was this one. So card of the day is up to you. It is either the window reveal cards that we did earlier with Sarah on the launch day, number one, or it is number two, Craig's inverted nesting dies. Number one or number two, you've got, let's say you've got 5 minutes to vote, but Craig, I think Craig's going a bit off-piste from what I can see. What's going on, Craig?
We're going to do a little bit of changing about, because just with the time that's remaining, it's not going to be anywhere near enough time to do a full demo in the inverted nesting dies. So we're going to pick up on something that I kind of showed you on Wake Up Call earlier on, and that's using these 12 by 12 paper pads that we've got on the show. So the ones that we've got is the brights, the pastels, and we've also got the everyday celebrations. Now, a question that I get asked quite a lot, because you know I like to do my mats and layers, is, Craig, how do you know what colours to use when it comes to your cards or your projects? So it always starts, doesn't matter what I'm going to be using, product-wise, I always start with a colour theme in mind. And when I say a colour theme, I'll usually find potentially a patterned paper that I like. So let's have a flick through and then let's go. For instance, this morning, what I'm away to explain to you, I showed and explained using this design. But let's go something that's as less colourful, and let's go for this one. So this one here, what you'll be able to see is you've got some pinks within here. You've got a little bit of yellows in there. Could actually be close up sort of a mustard tone. We've also got some greens in here. Now, I always like to do 2 layers of my mats and layers, as all of you already know. So what I like to do, I've got my pattern paper. My next layer, matten layer, will be sort of like a lighter shade, and then the base matten layer is going to be a darker shade. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be from the brights, but as long as it's a darker shade. And what I mean by that is, let's go into the pastel tones and let's have a look and let's see, well, for instance, that green would work well with a pattern paper because we're picking out the green that's within the design. However, we could go along and actually even this real light part of a lilac is going to work well because you've got little deep purple tones with the stamens within the design. So that's going to work well. So would your light purple, because again, it's picking out the purple within the pattern. And then the pink. Pink does work, however, as you can see, it does clash slightly because there's a lot of pink on the background and then we're going straight onto a pink layer. So although that it would work, it's not necessarily one that I would use a lot for the first layer because it could potentially clash. So you can see this yellow works well, and then even if I was to go even to another yellow, would equally work well. So tell you what, let's go for that yellow tone before. So that one could be my first matten layer. So then my second one, that's where I'm wanting it to be a bit more of a deeper tone. So this is where we're going to come in with deeper shades. So let's go in, and I'm going to start with black, because you know how I always say, don't be scared to use black, because it can work so well.
I'm not sure if you're going to tell her or I am.
What's that?
Card of the day.
Oh,
Who's going to break the news to Sarah that you've beat her?
You're joking.
I mean, Craig, this is a nice card, right? It's a nice card. I don't think it was the best card of the show, to be honest. I think that you did other stronger cards. I just thought this was, really special, something we've not seen before. But turns out, no, discard it. It's gone. Craig is the card of the day. I'm going to put your name on the back. There you are.
I am shocked at
I'm
that
shook
one.
with, as the kids say.
I just thought Sarah's was a shoe to win on that one there. Shocked at that one. I'm going to take it, of course. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to forfeit it, of course. I'm going to take it.
I am. If I'd have been a betting man, Craig, I'd be down at this point, I must say. It goes on to, it's the first card of the day, Craig. It's going up there. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank you. First day back. Nice way to end the day, isn't it? Nice way. Totally shocked on that one. Shocker. So here we go. So we've got our lighter tone here. So now see how this deep green, that works really well as well, because it's even picking out the greens when it comes to the backdrop. But we can then have a look. Wouldn't necessarily be using a lighter tone. You can see that it works, but I do like to keep it so it's a darker tone on that last layer. For instance, if we go in with this one. Now, although this image doesn't have any reds in it, you can see a red does work quite well. Still going to work well because of the colour family, the colour chart. And then we can bring in another couple. Let's go in, let's do this green. I can't remember, did I do that green? Well, let's show you again. So we can see how well that one works. So I'll always start by looking at my pattern paper, what colours are in it, and then I'm at least wanting to work around by picking out colours that are within the design. So we'll have one matten layer, and then the base matten layer, I always will have it as a deeper shade than the mid one. It's just going to pull out the direction of the way that your eye's going to be looking, and that's how I decide on how I'm going to do my colour layers when it comes to my Matson layers, Joe.
Absolutely. Well, that's hoped help people out, and it makes it a little bit easier for you. Oh, should we recap some of the stuff that you've seen so far in the show? I've loved this Monday Makers show, Craig. It's the first one I've done for a while. It's been really enjoyable. No, it's not over. You've still got 5 minutes and 7 seconds left. This is your twist and pop. Very busy on this. Probably the star of the show, this one, I think, and it is an awesome collection of dies that have that amazing kinetic motion in them. We also shared with you the Pop Out Sentiments die collection. This is awesome. With love, many thanks, just for you, best wishes, and happy birthday there in that one. We also have the inverted nesting dies for you. These are brilliant. 32 elements in here. You get the square, the rectangle, the oval and the circle included in there. Don't forget about the Get It, Got It, Good deal, which is also awesome. $24.98, $31.94, 53 bonus points. Remember, all of these items can be bought with an extra 10% discount on top of your Club Inspired discount, but only for today, because Ease Your Way into May gives you an extra 10% off when you spend £30 or $30. However, it does end at the end of today. Right, Craig, you're being ambitious here. We've got 4 minutes on the show. Are we about to see some Craig Laird speed crafting?
Well, what we're going to do, because we've got the Score Master on the show, let's do a box now. And what I'm going to do with this one is let's make it I'm cutting my cardstock to 8x8, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the depth at 1 inch, and what that will give us is that is then going to give us a 7x7 inch box.
Awesome.
So here we go, let's work our way around.
You know we've only got 3.5 minutes left.
I do.
Wow.
I do indeed.
I'm impressed.
Are you?
Yeah.
Takes a lot to impress you, doesn't it?
3 minutes, 20 seconds.
Well, what's the worst that can happen? You'll just cut me off air, won't you?
I guess so. I even could stay late.
And then what you can just do is come back to me tomorrow and I'll be in the same position.
So ready to go.
Clothes,
Poised.
poised, ready to go. So we're going in with our inch side here. So what I'm going to do is let's do our orange tone, and I'm going to score at the 1 inch mark, and this is the box lid side, and it does have at the bottom engraved box lid. So we're going to score at 1 inch all the way around. Now I usually will do little and often, but let's just do little and often because that's what I usually do. So scoring at 1 inch all the way round. Then what I'm going to do, take my other piece, and we're going to do the same, but at the bottom here we're going to score also at 1 inch, and it tells you this is the base side. Now this is the right side, so 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, that is accurate all the way along. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, that's not quite accurate. That's just a little bit off, and that's what's going to enable you to create the base. Now, what's my voice going now? I find it easier to actually turn this around and then score at 1 inch all the way around. Now, I'm doing it 1 inch, but you could be doing it at, at 1/8 of an inch if you want. You've got all these different options. And then what I'm going to do now is where I've scored, I'm going to cut down and take a little nick out the side. So cut down to the score line and take a nick. And then what we're going to do...
Is it shining? Yeah, that's very shiny, isn't it?
Very. This is one of our other 12x12, which was Summer Sunset that I'm using for this one.
Oh, awesome.
So that's where that one is. So you've got that shine to it. So what we can do is let's go in here, and then what I'm going to do, oh, let's see, look, I pressed too hard.
You've only got a minute left on the actual show.
Well, we'll create the base. We can't create the lid because I've pressed too hard and I've just torn all the way through.
Right, I'm going to start wrapping the show up whilst you're doing it then. Is that all right? I'll just pop up in the corner maybe. We'll keep looking at Craig. Thank you. It's been awesome. The last
done.
Oh. I enjoyed that. That was
good, wasn't
that should have been the demo of the day. Craig, what's coming up in your craft call, your wake up call tomorrow?
Wake up call, so being Tuesday, we're going to be showing you what's coming up throughout the day. We do have a very, very special guest indeed. You'll have seen her a couple of times, but you'll have seen her through the realms of Zoom. This time, she's going to be live here in the building, standing right next to me. And what we're going to do as well, we're going to do a bit of crafting together. If you've not guessed already, my mum will be live in the studio with myself and Ben tomorrow.
What's your mum's actual name?
It's called Denise.
Denise. Lovely.
Denise. So Denise will be joining us live in the studio.
Brilliant. Well, make sure you join the guys for that tomorrow. Let's have a little look what else is coming up tomorrow, actually, whilst we're there. So Craig's wake up call, which will be midday here in the UK, 7 a.m. Eastern time. Oh, it's a nice sample there. Maybe a bit of Best of British coming your way. And there's a craft along with the Vintage Diary. That'll be 3 p.m. in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Massive thanks to Craig. Pleasure to spend the day with you today.
You too, Joe.
Pleasure to spend the last 4 days with you guys as well. Thanks very much to George Squared next door in the gallery. Don't forget to check out your baskets. I'll see you back here on Saturday with Play Your Crafts. Right, have a great week. Take care.
Bye.